He was born for war. Before he ever drew a breath, an angel told his mother her son would begin the rescue of Israel. Not with an army, but with his bare hands. His name was Samson, and from the moment he took his first breath, he was bound by a sacred vow, a Nazirite vow. No wine, no unclean food, and no blade could ever touch his hair. His strength wasn't just muscle, it was divine power, a supernatural force tied to his obedience. But strength without discipline? That's a weapon pointed at your own chest. Samson grew into a man who could tear lions apart with his hands, burn enemy fields with foxes on fire, and slay 1,000 men with the jawbone of a donkey. But his real battle wasn't with the Philistines, it was with himself. He had a weakness, and it wasn't in his arms. It was in his heart. Samson fell for the very people he was sent to fight. He loved women who didn't love his mission, who didn't love his God. And one of them, Delilah, became the trap that took him down. She asked the question no one should ever answer. What makes you strong? At first he played with her, lied to her, toyed with the truth. But love can turn sharp when it's mixed with lies. And night after night she pressed him, broke him down, until he said the one thing he swore he'd never reveal. My strength is in my hair. Cut it and I'm like any other man. And that's exactly what she did. While he slept on her lap, she betrayed him for silver. The strongest man in the world woke up weaker than he'd ever been. The Philistines captured him, gouged out his eyes, and chained him in their temple like an animal. The man who once tore lions apart now walked in circles, grinding grain for his enemies. But the story didn't end in the dark, because while Samson's eyes were gone, his faith finally saw clear. And as his hair began to grow again, so did his strength, not just in his body, but in his spirit. One last time Samson prayed, "Lord, remember me. Strengthen me just once more." And with his hands on the pillars of the temple, he pulled with everything left in him. The walls shook, the roof collapsed. And in his death, Samson destroyed more enemies than he did in his entire life. He lost his sight and but regained his purpose. He lost his strength and but found redemption. Because sometimes God will let you lose everything, just to remind you who gave it to you in the first place.